the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bengals 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
11 mighty. 11 stop.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State. It's J.K. Dobbins. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard.
Complete to Mark Andrews. A gain of 40 yards.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16. So
he's got a man, complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, you know, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
11, Tommy. 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fielded at the 33. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 28 yards. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
That's good. Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MT, hey. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action now. Jackson He sets to fire deep. He's got him in, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Jackson getting the football to Davis on an out route. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains.
11 MT.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. They're going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And some space here. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ramondre Stevenson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
11, 11, 11.
From the 29, Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 135 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On one, ready?
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Devontae Parker, 51 yards. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie up the game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's Burrow. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Throwing again on second down. Jackson looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Ravens go for it but come up empty, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Dobbins running out of the gun. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
I come alive in the dark.